Okay, this is what I wanted to know is you guys have been independent now for what, a year and a half, 2 years?
Independent?
Like, doing your own show.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
little over a year.
Okay. How does it feel? How is it different than how you thought it would be? And what is the mentality after going at it for a year? You guys seem very, very determined to make this work.
I know exactly how much money was stolen from me.
Shit.
Now,
Maul seems still bitter. Beware of people that he in his feels, realistically. Like Maul obviously still feels some type of way, whether you justify it or not. He still feels some type of way, and so don't believe when people always say things like, "Oh, I'm over it," or when I'm doing my own thing or whatever. Drink, shut up, shut this down. I'm over it. I'm doing my own thing or whatever, and I don't feel no type of way about it or whatever. They do. They do. They in their feels. Um, you can't say that somebody was supposed to do something for you, and if that be the case, then take it up in court or make sure that you got your ducks in a row as far as your paperwork or whatever, because it should indicate that. It should state that. The whole point of signing a contract is because it's legally binding, and then I can go and use whatever tool that I need in order to recoup what it is that I feel like I'm owed. And I hate the whole narrative of the real N word, right? The real N word narrative is, well, I ain't never going to court or whatever. Then what's the point of doing a contract in the first place? That just means that A, you either doing bad business, or B, you did business, but you felt like you owed more. You were owed more, and it's more to the story than what it is that you let know. But let me just go ahead and look at a little bit more of this.
yeah, because I could see everything,
Right.
and it's but creatively, it's just the energy is a lot different. The way we go about doing things, how we want to look, the things that we trying to do. It's just a easier
The first thing he
transition, an
led with
easier
was the money.
way of doing things.
It's
Because it's
always
not
about the money. Remember that. It's always going to be about the money. It's never going to entirely just be based off of are we homies or whatever, so on and so forth. When it come back down to it, all that homie junk go out the window and the friendship go out the window when the money get involved.
between us. It's not a ego thing. You know what I mean? It's very like Rory has an idea. He wants to do something. Yo, tell me what you think. Think
And
about it. Okay.
that don't mean that it's
Same
good.
way. Yo, we should do this.
Down to today in this interview.
Yeah. Real talk.
No, for real.
It was
Yo,
like,
you want
yo.
to do this? If you don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. Type
Yeah.
shit.
So it's like it's just a different it's just a healthier way of creating, and I think that's a big part of creating content and podcasting and doing the things that we're doing. It's just the energy around it. What is this for? Why are we doing this?
Mm.
Is this really what we want to do? So for the past year and a half, it's just been an easy flow of things for us to do, create, turn down, accept, and just just from a business standpoint, it's just healthy. It's like people. We like to say that you have to do snake shit in this business. Like, no, you don't. No, you don't. That's a thing that we let people run with is you got to do fucked up things in business to get ahead, and everybody can't be pleased, everybody can't be happy. That's not true. You know what I mean? And I think Rory and myself, we learned that like early on, like, bro, we know what this is, we know what we want to do, we know what we're not doing. So let's just have fun with it, because the business is gonna be the business, and our business is very simple with each other. You know what I mean? It's 50-50. That's it. You know what I mean? Whether I see it or I don't, I trust him. He trusts me. He knows I'm not in this for just money shit. As I've always said, I don't care about money. It's all about the relationship, the friendship, the energy, the intent, things like that. Like, where's your morals at? You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I feel him. I feel him in that it's important to do business with people that you like, that you trust, so on and so forth. It makes for a better relationship. You both on the same page. A couple different things that I don't agree with. A, I don't agree with the idea that everybody should have equal input into what it was that you created. Joe created a brand, whether you like it or not. Joe is still excelling. Joe is doing 100 times better than Rory and Maul. And once we seen the fallout and once we seen what the results were going to be after they went their separate ways, you can then understand the dynamic and who's really talented and who's not. Now, some people that may rock with Rory and Maul, first of all, let's be clear. Nobody would even know who Rory and Maul is if it wasn't for Joe. And that doesn't mean that Joe should be able to take all the credit for who it is that they are, because everybody gets discovered by somebody, right? But let's be clear. Every idea and every uh, way in which you're supposed to move as far as whose idea is better than whose and who's producing is not created equal. That's A. B, the second thing that I disagree with him about is he said that I don't care about the money. Isn't that the entire reason why you broke up in the first place? Why you decided to go your own way in the first place? You don't care about money. The business is just going to be the business, which basically tells me that Roy and Maul is riding a wave that came from the Joe Budden podcast, which is cool, right? And again, I do agree with him that work with who it is that you feel more comfortable with and that you trust, but also accept the consequences that come along with the revenue. And the business is not just a business. Let's be clear. They're doing this podcast because of money. They're on the internet because of money. They're not doing it just for the vibes and just for the energy. Those are talking points from people that like to either sell you a narrative or is not doing the numbers that they want to do or not generating the revenue that they want to generate, right? But the reality is that nobody is on the internet just because they own the internet as far as the whole podcasting and creating a platform and trying to monetize it and find sponsors and all of that other type of stuff. That's bullcrap. The money matters. The money is if it wasn't money, if they couldn't monetize the platform, they wouldn't be on there. Don't get sold by the BS.
Things that men should be built on is what I was taught. And money is gonna come if you just move right. You have good intent. You have a good heart.
I
good
rock
energy.
that. I don't know
Somebody's
about
gonna
the
remember
whole.
that and always
You got
put
to
you in
have good
position
business
like, I like
acumen.
this dude right here.
I rock with.
You know what I
the
mean?
money
Like
don't
even if it's not,
do what it do.
I'm not getting nothing from it. I'm gonna put you in position because I think, yo, this is your strong suit right here. I think you'll be good for this. You know what I mean? Like just things like that. We put too much emphasis on money, 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 and I get it. We all from areas in life where we didn't have. We had to do things that
No,
cost
even
us our
people that
freedom,
have
or
understand
we
that
had to keep our
everything is
head
a
on the
business.
swivel.
Marriage is a business. It's not just about love. Love can be a part of it, romantic outings and all of that other type of stuff, and being emotionally connected and communicating. But let's be clear. Marriage is a business first. The business aspect of doing things. People subscribe to religion because they're trying to get to heaven. It's a transactional thing. The entire Bible, the Quran, whatever it is that you want to look at, is a if then statement. If you do this, then you will get this. It is a reward at the end of the rainbow. That's why people do things.
To try to feed our families. But once you work yourself to a space where that's not the case anymore, don't bring bullshit into it. Leave that out because we're no longer in that space. And I think that for the past year and a half of us doing our own thing, it's been a testament to
Has it
just
been a year and a
how
half?
we're built as men. You know what I mean? Like just do right by people, do good business by people, have fun, respect each
Who
other.
says what's good business?
And
If nobody knows you and I bring you in and I give you 5% of what it is that we generate from a revenue perspective, and you was getting 100% of nothing, but then I bring you in from something that I built, and you leapfrog off of my platform in order for you to be able to get your own thing. And I give you 5% of what you generate on my platform, and then I take a percentage of what it is that you make from creating the platform, and we establish that from the beginning. Or you can get 100% of nothing. Who's to determine what you deserve, or is it what you negotiate? That's the question that we need to be asking ourselves from a business perspective.
it's been a blessing, man. It's been, you know, pretty much one of the best years of my life on a personal level. Because it's like just the energy and,
What
some of
about
the
a
stresses
financial
that,
level? We don't care about the energy.
were around us for a few years where it was like, it just wasn't comfortable. You know what I mean? And this past year and a half has been a lot of comfort.
Yeah, I watched some YouTube videos breaking down you guys' body language on a few podcasts that were quite
It seems
informative.
lazy.
Okay,
I learned a lot.
that's interesting.
I was like, look at the way they're sitting.
Hour, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
Like shit that I never would have known, and the diehard fans are just picking up on it, zooming in
I mean,
on
they'll
Rory's
always-
face, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so glad that YouTube exists because I would not have known about this otherwise.
I've seen a few of those as well, and I think they're funny. And I
Sometimes exaggerated.
of course. I mean,
Yeah.
but
the internet.
But if fans aren't making up theories or doing deep dives like that, do you matter? So
Real shit.
as much as I used to look at that shit like and get angry, like, yo, what the fuck? Like, this is a complete spun narrative. This is not true. And then I also don't want to get out there and get on IG or another podcast and be like, yo, this is fucking false. This, that.
Yeah, you can't do that.
This means that they like what we're doing at the end of the day.
And everybody is going to have their own core fans. And so, if it's working for them, it's working for them, but let the business do the business. Do not believe that it's only about the business and or it's only about the vibes and the energy and it's not about the money. It's nonsense. You don't believe that. I don't believe that. We all know that it's something completely different from that. So let's lean away from that. But they do seem a little bit, well, Maul seems a little, he still seems a little bothered by what was going on with the whole Joe Budden thing. It seems as though Joe Budden has moved on. I don't know that he ever mentions Rory or Maul, but then maybe they just answering a question. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Make sure you share your opinions on the Patreon, on the videos that we drop with the exclusive interviews. Hit a like for the YouTube algorithm. We're going to be in Miami in the next couple of days. I'm actually about to fly out in probably within, 24 to 48 hours. I'm about to fly out to Miami, and we're going to get it popping out there for the Patreon meetup, and then we planning for the Patreon retreat and all of the good things that we got coming in the new year. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you later. Peace.